Bonus video o'clock. How are you all on Thursday? Oh, hang on. Let me that me running around like a banana, being late, forgetting to plug the mic in. Happy days. It must be a Thursday. Funky Thursday, Funky Friday. Julia Wandelt was crazy. Prove me wrong. Why not? Absolutely crazy. It's all going on here, there, and everywhere. So, where do you stand with this Julia Wandelt narrative? It's absolutely crazy. It's crazy, and it goes on and on and on. And even the video I have about the phone call, where I reviewed Julia Wandelt's phone call from prison, that's flying. I said over 1,700 views, I believe. So, not moaning at that. But blimey, some of the comments, they're just not getting it. I genuinely believe the Julia Wandelt fans, supporters, whatever you want to call them, they're as nutty and as crazy as she is. It's absolutely crazy. But I've got an article set aside about Julia Wandelt's parents, because obviously they're just like at their wits' end at the ludicrous claims that Julia Wandelt keeps coming out with. But as we know, Julia Wandelt has been remanded in custody till October. So there's a small win. I bet the McCanns are more than happy. At least Emily and Sean can actually relax a bit without being harassed and stalked by Julia. But yes, people have been saying that in the comments, as funny enough, it was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Julie falsely claimed the parents drugged her, and everyone's jumping on it. Everyone is literally jumping on it. Oh, Julie Wandelt was drugged. No, she wasn't. I've got all the drugs. I should have. See what you get when you're flying around. I've got a list of all the drugs. Hopefully, this is the right book. I've got so many. Look at all this stuff I write. What am I like? I was hoping that this would be the right book, but it's probably not. Again, catch me out for not being prepared. But don't think it is the right book either. But book number 2. Oh, it's not that one. That's my new one. I've got books everywhere, but one of them is actually full. There we go. Just get ready. Get prepared. With all the drugs that she was taking as a child, I flew through them the other day. I didn't really sort of go through. Hey, here they are. I've got all the drugs that Madeline was on as a child. And the thing that worried me originally when it all came out was that it was on the Sean Atwood show, which I had to unsubscribe from because of the amount of rubbish she's going on about. A nurse said, "Oh, that drug, you wouldn't give that to a child. Research shows you would. Children as young as 7 would take whatever drug it was." So even the nurses are lying to try and fit in with the Julia lies and the narrative that she's trying to give out. But the actual drugs she was taking, I've got a lovely list of them, and what she was taking, and they were sort of varied every month or every other month or whatever to try and get the right mix for her, because obviously she was a very troubled child. She was mentally ill. And we've even got people in my comments saying she was not mentally ill. Like, are you for real? Are you for, how can you not be mentally ill if you're claiming to be missing girls from Germany, Poland, and America, and then Maddie, but she's not mentally ill. I mean, Julia Wandelt fans are seriously, they're off their nuts. I don't know what planet they're on, probably the same as Julia Wandelt, but they're lying to fit her narrative, and it's just all falling to pieces. I mean, have a look. Have a look on my channel. I've got loads of premieres coming up. I say loads, Friday and Saturday, and it basically proves Julie Wandelt to be a liar. What more can I say? She is a liar. But yeah, I'm more than happy for people to jump in the comments, agree with me or disagree with me. Jump in the comments in the chat. Let me know. But claiming that she's not mentally ill, that's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yes, here we are. Look, the drugs that she was taking. I've got a good page worth there, I suppose, all spread out. But if you want me to go through every single one, I will. But I'll relay a few off. I've looked at them all. They're all sort of like for allergic conditions, itching, antihistamines, neurological, psychiatric, epileptic, major depressive anxiety, preventing and managing seizures, depression, insomnia, anxiety. One escitalopram. There's quite a few there. There's quite a variation, but obviously, you know, being that she's a child and she was ill, they're trying to find the right mix or the right concoction, should we say? But for Julia to say her parents were drugging her, like I said, I've got an article ready where the parents were interviewed, so that we can go through that. That's not a problem. But blimey heck, to claim that your parents drugged you, I mean, what planet is she on? She had serious mental issues. She had to see someone, a psychiatrist, etc. But the medication that she was on, there was Peritol, Tiprodol, Tomoprax, Elysia, Acetyl, Venlectin, Anafranil, Trilofon, Fibraxine, Olanzapine, Spersalurge, which apparently is an eye drop. See, I looked into all of it. There's quite a few, shall we say? And these are variations, you know, like from like 4 milligrams type dosage to 5 milligrams, 100 milligrams, 15 milligrams. But I looked into all the drugs, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with any one of them. Nothing. There was absolutely no reason why, even at the age of 7 or over, that she wouldn't be given or subscribed. That's the word I was looking for. Subscribed. So I don't know what planet she's on. So looking into all these, like I said, that all issued by a doctor. Do you know what I mean? And then we got, like I say, some idiot on the Sean Atwood show typing in, and they put it up on screen saying, "I'm a nurse. You wouldn't give that drug to a child." Well, yeah, you would, because I've checked every single one. So that nurse was lying. So there we go. There's absolutely zero evidence, zero, nothing, absolutely nothing you can go to try and back up a claim that her parents drugged her. It's just, you can't do it. There's more evidence. Like I said, even on the Sean Atwood show with all the drugs that they went through, literally, I just sat there and I wrote down every single drug, looked up every single drug, and there's no issue. No issue at all. I hope you all got your coffees. I'm in my Viking cup today. My Wizard Words cup is in the dishwasher. So yeah, so anyone, and like they're even in my comments on that prison phone call video, they're in there going, "Oh, but her parents really, really drugged her." What? That extra really, like the parents really drugged her. The parents really, really, really drugged her. Makes it more true, does it? No, it's fake. All fake. Her parents never drugged her in any shape or form. So there we go. That's that debunked. And I read out some of the drugs. Look them up for yourself. You'll see that, you know, you can take them at any age, obviously from age 7 and above. There's nothing that was said in the Sean Atwood episode about them that was really true. It just isn't. So, I mean, it's absolutely crazy. But like I said, I mean, claiming that she's not mentally ill, I don't know. You have to jump in the comments and get in the side chat there quick and tell me, like, how can you conclude that she is not when there's more evidence that she is mentally ill? I mean, she claimed to be the missing German girl. I do have the details actually. Should we be more specific? Because obviously people are going to say, "Oh, you're just making that up." But the Polish girl, I couldn't find anything on. But it is written saying that she pretended to be a Polish girl, which I thought was quite shocking. But the German schoolgirl that she pretended to be, right? We'll go through the details so that they can't jump in the comments and give it all that. You're making it up. Inga Jerick was a German schoolgirl born in 2010. Bearing in mind, Madeline on my brain. Bearing in mind, Julia Wandelt was born the 20th of August 2001. So, like 9-year age difference, and obviously this was debunked super quick. But apparently, Inga Jerick or Gerrick vanished in 2015 when she was 5 from Stendal in Germany. Julia Wandelt got a hold of a charity. Oh, I'm her. But no, the age is just like, no. Then she claimed to be Acacia Bishop, which was a 19-month-old baby that went missing from Utah, USA in 2003, which is the same year Madeleine McCann was born. So she would have been 2. And that was debunked super quick as well. She got hold of the charity twice and made 2 claims of being said different people. And it's something in her head. There's something in Julia's head that she's trying to escape from who she is, basically. So she's clutching at straws. The charity actually said, like, to the parents, you need to get her help because you can't keep phoning up and claim to be 2 different people. But both of them were debunked, and obviously the other Polish girl, I couldn't find much information on, other than it said like she claimed to be a missing girl from Poland. But that's 3, and then they all got debunked. But now apparently the whole world wants to start on me because the 4th time she done it, that's true. How do you come to that conclusion? How do you come to that conclusion? I don't get it. I don't get it. So get in the comments. Tell me, what do you think? I mean, claim to be a German, a Polish girl, and an American toddler. But no, this time it's true. But then Eugenie Collins claims to be Madeleine McCann. So we don't want to sort of offend her like with Julie Wandelt. So what? They're both Madeleine McCann, are they? Eugenie Collins from America, and now Julie Wandelt from Poland. They are both Madeleine McCann. We're not allowed to say they're not because you get absolutely abused rotten in the comments. And I have got a video coming calling all of them out. So go and have a look on my main channel page and you'll see that I've got some live streams lined up. We've got some premieres coming, 7 p.m. Because we're live on the 8th of May, which is today at 7 p.m. We have a premiere Friday and Saturday this week at 7 p.m, which completely put Julie Wandelt in the, what should we call it? The fake section, should we say? So it's all good. But let me know what you think in the comments, because I can't be the only one that sees through all this. I mean, I've got some good positive comments, obviously, but I don't get where the actual Julie Wandelt supporters, fans are coming from, because like they're the ones that have literally put her in the mess she's in by they're egging her on basically. So she's not going to drop it. Oh, that's a nice cup of coffee. But Julia's mother, Dorota Wandelt-Chlewinsky, says Julia refuses to take medication. Well, if she's not mentally ill, what's the medication for? Can't be just for a headache, surely. But it proves that she's not sound mind because she actually refuses to take the medication. And it may be because she knows by taking that, it'll sort her mind out, and then she won't sort of be more in reality, shall we say. And then that's it. That's the end of her fake narrative. But she's absolutely desperate. From all the things I've read, she's so desperate to be famous. OnlyFans, doing music, modeling, you name it, she's tried it. But when it fails, she got really, really angry. So there's some severe depression. But at the end of the day, for me, regardless of what's said by anyone, however they want to say it and how much they want to defend her, her actions, anything and everything that she has done prove that she's mentally ill and she needs medication. So don't care how many times you write in the comments, she is not mentally ill. I had someone write that this morning. She is not mentally ill. Like, well, I just think what mentally ill is then. Pretending to be someone like Madeleine McCann, pretending to be 3 other missing people, flying all the way from Poland to Bristol, harassing Amelie and Sean McCann, harassing Jerry and Kate McCann, stalking, but she's not mentally ill. Okay, then. Okay, geez, is what I'd say. It's absolutely nuts. Well, I don't get what planet people are coming from. But to me, the nail in the coffin, so to speak, for Julia was literally as soon as the DNA came back saying that she was Polish, she apparently kicked off. She didn't like it. You see, I've got a video up about the Dr. Thea Johansson who done the test for her. And she ended up having to tell Julia just to stop. She said, stop it now. But she then went in the press, apologised to the McCanns for being wrong, for doing what she done. And yet here we are. She's reopened it all and claimed to be it when she's already apologised for being wrong. I mean, I don't get how she's thinking. So to say she is mentally ill, depressed, I mean, what other answer is there? You get a DNA test, but then you lie and say, no, it was this, it was that, it was wrong and everything else. Then she says, 69% that Jerry McCann is her father. Well, no, it'd be 99%, surely. You don't get 69% that someone's your father, and that means they're your father. I've said on numerous videos, DNA, 99.9% the same for every single human on the planet. It's that last 0.1 difference that makes us all unique. Hair colour, eye colour, this, that, and everything else. So I'm not too sure where she's coming from with that. She's just consistently lied to fit her narrative in the chance that she could maybe make a name for herself and be famous. But I've got a video coming up where Julie Wandelt actually posted on Instagram and she proved herself that she's not Madeleine McCann. She her own Instagram post. I think that's on Saturday. So get your notification on. Watch that. A doctor's letter. She actually proves herself not to be Madeleine McCann. So that's just impressive. And on Monday, the 12th of May, I'm going to give up $5,000. I'm going to give it to anyone who can prove that Julia Wandelt is Madeleine McCann. So, you know, I'm giving her fans a chance. But it seems to be like no one ever wants to jump in the comments and say a word. But obviously, you know, once the video said and done, they jump below in the comments, and then they just start hurling insults, and apparently I'm abusive and I'm going to be exposed as a child mutilator, a monster, and this and that. I think I have got a video with all the nasty comments. There's about 13, I think I've chose. So I've done a video calling all them out because some of they're delusional, they're crazy. Some of them need to be a little bit careful because there are laws on what you can and can't say, and some of them are a bit, pushing your luck there. But as an ex-doorman, I'm push them out the door. Not interested. I'll probably have had bigger dinners than their words. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy than what they are. They're just ridiculous. But this time I will not be deleting videos because of the comments. They're staying up. And then anyone who does want to insult or get personal and attack me, what I will be doing, because I watch Simon Dan, he actually calls them out in videos. And I'm like, what a brilliant idea. You get a bonus video out of it. So that's why I've done the video that I've done. And I'll do more if I need to. And I will call them out. And then that way I don't have to delete my own videos because it's my channel. They're saying, like, why are you still here? It's like, it's my channel. You came to visit me. It doesn't make sense. I don't know where they're coming from, what they're thinking of. But yeah. So there's no comments saying that I'm wrong at the moment. No insults in the comments either yet. So, I'll keep an eye on the live chat. Don't you worry. But it's absolutely crazy. But that's on Monday the 12th of May. Monday the 12th of May, which is Maddie's birthday, and it's my birthday, believe it or not. We were born on the same day, the 12th of May. But not in the same year, obviously. But Julie, not Maddie, prove me wrong. I'll send you $5,000. I'll do it there and then. So it's happy days, happy days. And obviously, if you watch this, please like the video because the so-called Julia Wandelt fans are hitting that thumbs down button like you wouldn't believe. It's absolutely crazy. They're trying to sort of, ruin it by just, I think I had 14 thumbs down and 22 thumbs up. That's how crazy they are. Just thumbs down. They don't even watch the video, nothing. They just read the title. They don't like it. Thumbs down and just try and ruin it. But it's just pathetic, really. I mean, whatever floats their boat. So please hit the like button. And if you can, subscribe. It's all free. Happy days. Oh, happy days. But yeah, I really need to let it go, really, what people say, because you may well be out there, as I am, with the old mental health depression or whatever. And the smallest little thing, so it feels like you're being well and truly attacked. Hence why I had to stop being a doorman. Throwing people out left, right and centre. Some of the insults you get during that, I was like, do you know what? I don't care anymore. Enough's enough. Enough is enough. But let's see what was going on in the world of Julie Wandelt's parents. And the title alone, look at it. At their wits' end, like they've literally had enough. They've had enough. Over fantasist daughter's lies. So it's a double whammy. Not only they're calling her a fantasist, lies. So she is that far gone. Even her parents admit that she's lost the plot. She needs help. She's a fantasist and a liar. Yet we've got people like Sean Atwood, Ron from Project Ruq. They're platforming her and they're egging her on. They will get her into a lot of trouble because she's going to feel like people believe me. I need to carry on, even though it's all lies. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We'll talk about that tonight, 7 p.m. Thursday, 7 p.m. because we're live every Thursday, every Monday. From now, anyway, 7 p.m. We'll be talking about Julie Wandelt tonight again. But the parents, my word, there's only so much you can take as a parent. I know, I have many children. But Julie Wandelt and her parents The despairing parents of a Polish woman, i.e. Julie Wandelt, who claims to be Madeleine McCann, are at their wits' end and have fled their home and gone into hiding after their fantasist daughter was arrested in England. See that? She's actually forced that onto her parents because of her lies. They had to leave their home and go into hiding. I mean, her actions are literally going to near enough destroy lives. Not only Emily, Sean, Kate, and Jerry, but her own parents as well. Yet she carries it on, and Sean Atwood and co want to platform her. Her so-called supporters, her fans, they're all egging her on. And look at the damage she's doing. And they, supporting her, are complicit in whoever and whatever is being affected by Julie Wandelt. It's disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. I don't get it. Julie Wandelt 24 appeared in court, says yesterday, but that wasn't yesterday because this came out on the 23rd of February. But this was before she got remanded in custody again in April until October, which is a result. But she was arrested at Bristol Airport on suspicion of stalking involving serious alarm and distress to Kate and Jerry and their two children. I think Kate, Jerry, Amy and Sean have been through enough. Having an absolute Fruit Loop like Julie Wandelt harassing. I don't get it. I honestly thought something like this, you'd think it'd get nipped in the bud so quick. Because they did when she came to be the other missing people, but this has just gone on and on. And now people are really being affected by it. I mean, in any which way to sort of put all this like serious alarm and distress due to stalking. I mean, yet she's not mentally ill, they say. Kate, Jerry, Sean, and Emily must be over the moon that she's now locked up until October. That's probably the best place for her because she can't do any more harm. I know she had the phone call. Obviously, I reviewed that, but I don't even get why she's making phone calls. Actually, prejudice the case or whatever she does. I don't know, but she just needs to sort of just keep herself to herself. But she's that adamant she wants fame. She will phone someone like Sean Atwood and Ron and appear and get platformed by them on YouTube when there's just no need for it. There's no need for it. Wandelt's mother, fashion boutique owner Dorota Wandelt Cholinsky, and her stepfather, I believe his name's pronounced Peter Cholinsky, are understood to have felt compelled to flee the public attention resulting from Julia's misadventures. Wow. As a parent, if Dorota and Peter are available, I would love to interview them. Oh, that would be great, wouldn't it? Get the word out to Dorota and Peter for me. Hopefully I said their names wrong. I mean, I'm on their side. As a parent, I mean, there must be like, you get to the point, you're like, "Grrr," with your kids. I get it. I understand. And I don't get why they have to flee because we know they're innocent. Julia Wandelt's actions bear no reflection on her mother or her stepfather. If you think otherwise, then obviously there's something wrong with you because it's just not the way it goes. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. But yeah, I'd love to. If there's any way of getting hold of them or anything, I don't know. But yeah, if you're watching this and you know how, then let me know. I'd love to talk to them, like this over on. We can go live and have a chat, and they can actually say what they want to say and get the truth out there. I mean, they're innocent. They are innocent. They are just as innocent as Sean and Emily and Kate and Jerry in all this fake claim of Julie Wandelt business. I'm talking about the actual case. I'm trying to step back from the actual case. All I want to concentrate on is proving that Julie Wandelt is a liar She's mentally ill and she needs help. That's where I'm coming from. And you have to let me know in the comments, actually. So I'm just started reading about the Lucy Letby case. I mean, if you're interested in that, then we could do some videos. Innocent, guilty. That's open for debate as well. So that would probably be quite an interesting thing to discuss. So let me know what you think about that in the comments as well. But anyway, where were we? A source close to the couple in the city of Wrocław, southern Poland, for several days told Mail Online. Oh, by the way, I don't buy the Mail. I'll just I'll read this because this is actually not actually a fan, but they actually had a good interview here, so I can't hold it against them. You know, everyone sort of says, like, even I've said, like, Daily Mail, stay away and this and that, but some of their interviews are actually really informative and they're quite in depth. But when you look around, they are actually accurate. So as long as the report at the time is accurate, then obviously I'm on it. So yeah, so I'll cover myself there. The Mail Online. This has been going on for almost 2 years, and every time the daughter gets publicity around the world, her parents' distress deepens. But Julia Wandelt will not care. That's the problem. I mean, if you were the parent of Julia Wandelt, how would you be feeling? Let me know in the comments. Would you be fuming? I mean, I've had some people saying, "Oh, I would cry with pride if Julia was my daughter." No, you wouldn't, because she'd be saying that you're not her daughter. So I don't get where that coming from. That's another comment that I've seen and I've read and I've laughed at. It's just hilarious what these people come out with. This time they just could not bear the public attention that they knew they were in for, because they know people will be coming to their house and watching them. See, that in itself is wrong. Why? Because, like I said, Julie Wandelt's parents and step parent are innocent. They're only where they are with this situation because of Julia's actions. They leave the parents alone. I'll say that, and there's me saying, "Oh, I'd love to interview them," but that's like this. I'm not going to go to the house. They'll be online. I'll be online. They'll be where they are. I'm where I am, and we could talk about it. And parent to parent, we can see how we go. It would be a very, very interesting conversation. And I mean, you must agree with me that Julie Wandelt's parents are innocent, and what Julie Wandelt does has no bearing on the parents. So it's really, really unfortunate that they're going to end up being pulled into, and they're going to be victims of Julie Wandelt, just like the McCanns have. I think it's horrible. It's not right. They've tried for years. Let me just highlight this so you know where I'm at, because I don't want to lose you. They have tried for years to get Julia to proper medical help, but she won't listen. She is convinced she is Madeleine McCann, but clearly she isn't. Well, there you go. Dorota has tried all she can to help her daughter, and when she found out she had been to the McCann family home in England and called them, she was mortified. See what I mean? It's one of the, like, you cringe as a parent moment. Like my son done what? My daughter done what? Let me know in the comments what you think. I last saw Dorota a few days ago and she just said, "It's happening again. We have to go." And that was it. I know that the last time all this happened, they had weird messages and even death threats. Why are they getting death threats? Like I said, what Julia Wandelt was doing has no bearing on the parents or step parent. Nothing. So why are they getting death threats? Have a word. I hope the death threats have been followed up and they're arresting these people. Because if anything, you'd think Julie Wandelt would actually receive said threats, because she's claiming to be someone she's not. And her whole mental ideology and The fabrications, the fantasy she's in, you'd think she would be getting some sort of threat or whatever, but she gets nothing. And I'm not saying like to threaten her or anything like that. I'm just saying I'd assume she would have got more than what the parents would get. But this is the mentality of people to jump on the bandwagon with Julia Wandelt and support her and egging her on. They're the ones that got her arrested. Because had everyone turn around and said, no, you're not, then that was it. She had no platform. But to make it worse, Sean Atwood puts her on his YouTube channel where he's got over 900,000 subscribers, and they're all sort of falling for her lies. And they turn on people, say, like me, who are sat here saying she's a liar. She's full of it. She's an absolute joke. And they're like, no, I get the threats that I'm a monster child mutilator. And go to the prison video that I've done, the review. I think it's got over 1,700 views, I think I said. I think that's what it was. Have a look at some of the comments in there. You'll laugh. That's what you're going to get to put up with. So, yeah, let's carry on with the... But yeah, it winds me up. Can you tell? I'm just like, I don't get it. I do not get it. The source added, obviously it's saying the source, obviously, so it's not actually going to say who it was, but which is fair enough because obviously, you know, if the parents are getting death threats for speaking the truth, anyone would, like myself. I'll give it time, but I mean, I'll be like, yeah, come around my house, mate. Don't bother me. Bang, shut up. But as an ex-doorman, I'm more than happy to take on any keyboard warriors. They're nothing. The source added, she is not Madeline. She is 2 years older and her name is Julia Wandelt. She is Polish. Well, there you go. See, that's it in a nutshell. But people want to argue about it. It's crazy. Madeleine McCann was born on the 20th of August 2001, and her parents have proven this, by the way. They've proven she was born where they said she was born in 2001. And Madeleine McCann was born in 2003. Oh, yeah. You know what that means, but no, Julie fans, Julie supporters, Julie's nutters. No, we're not having that. You've proven beyond reasonable doubt. I'll tell you, if I was in court, they'd be putting a hammer down, saying, yes, Mr. Wizard, Julia is not Maddie. Boom. End of case. But no, here we are in the real world on YouTube, and people are like, no, I don't like what you're saying. You're a monster. What? What are you on about? No, they're trying to deceive themselves like Julia is about being Maddie. It's a crazy mess. Anyway, when Mail Online visited the registry office at Roclaw, an official confirmed a birth certificate for Julie Wandelt with a date of birth she had given Leicester magistrates. Like I said, there we go. An official confirmed a birth certificate for Julie Wandelt with the date of birth she'd given Leicester magistrates, which was the 20th of the 8th, 2001. So there you go. Julie Wandelt fans, what do you want to say about that? It's done. See, that in a court of law, done. She is not Madeleine McCann. Oh yeah, but. So people need to turn their attentions to Julie Wandelt, tell her to stop, and to leave her parents and her step-parent and the McCanns alone. End of. End of. Mail Online also visited the apartment block in Lubin, around 70 miles from Roclaw, where Wandelt lives with her boyfriend and several cats and dogs. Publicly available Polish records, according to the UK's Company House, confirm Wandelt is a director of an animal breeding firm, with the registered address being the first floor flat in Lubin, which she gave to Leicester magistrates. Another family friend said, Dorota is just beside herself with anxiety. She can't believe how this has snowballed. Yeah, you're not the only one, Dorota. It, yeah, snowballed is a blooming understatement, isn't it? Julia's not well, and Dorota just wants her to get the help she needs. See, is she not getting the help she needs in prison then? Surely she gets a psychiatrist, get some medication. Dorota is mortified that all this publicity has caused fresh grief for the McCann family. Exactly. See, there's nothing wrong with Dorota. She's of sound mind. She understands. So for her and her husband to be stalked and abused by people, all because of what Julia Wandelt says, it's a joke. Certainly nothing in her upbringing seems to explain her behaviour, friends insist. Having split from Julia's father, who moved to Germany, Dorota and young Julia settled into a smart house in a wealthy suburb of the city with her new partner, Pieter, who is involved in finance, and she had a conventional and apparently stable upbringing. Dorota is a successful businesswoman of her own and runs a chain of clothes shops, and with her new husband's salary, they were able to provide Julia with a private school education. A former school friend said Julie was around 7 when she moved to Roclaw with her mum, and she started at the private school, but she then switched to the local primary school as she couldn't settle down. She was increasingly mixed up as she went through school. She decided she wanted to be a singer and then later a model, but none of this happened, and as she got into her later teens, she became increasingly depressed and even angry. Excuse me. That's exactly what I've been saying all along. I've been saying that all along. What is happening now isn't exactly new. When she was in her mid-teens, she started to say that Dorota wasn't her mother and that she was really a child who had gone missing in Poland a few years earlier. So there we go. That confirms what I said, like missing Polish person that she claimed to be, as well as a German and American. So this is from her mid-teens. I mean, blimey, what more evidence do you need? But it's like when your parents ground you and you're like, oh, you're not my mum, you're not my dad, oh, I'm running away. You just spurt stuff out. But obviously, Julia was saying it in a way that, like, she convinced herself that it was true. It was so sad to see, as you could tell, Dorota loved her and she just wanted the best for her. She rebelled and left home, and that obviously made it harder for her mother to intervene. I hadn't seen her for a year or so. And then a few months back, I heard from friends that Julie was back at it again and saying that she was really Madeleine McCann, which everyone knew was ridiculous. Postings online that she was Madeleine, who vanished aged 3 from the Algarve holiday apartment she was staying in at Praia de Luz in May 2007. Julie claimed she couldn't remember early parts of her childhood and no birth certificate. She wrote, I don't remember most of my childhood, but my earliest memory is very strong, and it's about holidays in a hot place where there is a beach and white or very light coloured buildings with apartments. I don't see my family in this memory. How convenient. I mean, even me thinking back, I can't remember. There's someone said, what were you doing when you were 5, 6, 7, 8? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Blimey. Eyebrows were raised at her claims, and it was quickly pointed out that she was 2 years older than Madeleine. Would have been, or cut myself off there, didn't I? She was 2 years older than Madeleine would have been, but she continued to insist. Much to the frustration of her family, she was the missing toddler from Rothley, Leicestershire. Well, another long-standing friend of Dorota told us, which is the Mail Online, the family couldn't believe what she was saying, as they had given her so much love and support when she was younger, even though she had pushed them away and rejected them. So anything and everything that's going on is because of Julia. Her mother was telling everyone her daughter had mental health issues, and she asked her to stop lying and spreading these claims, but Julia just said she didn't believe Dorota was her mother. I hope I'm saying her name right. Julia says she doesn't have a birth certificate or photos, but she took them with her from her family home in Wroclaw. She has all the documents that prove who she is, and she most certainly is not Madeleine McCann, and that's from her mother. She has had issues for many years. She needs serious help. I mean, there we go. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about that? There's no answer at the home in Wroclaw where the family live, and staff at the shops Dorota owns would only say that she had gone away for a few days because of the hype surrounding Julia. So Julia is ruining the McCanns and her parents' lives. The friend added, Dorota loves her daughter with all her heart, even after all this, and she just wants her daughter to get treatment as quickly as possible. So there we go. The consensus for people like myself and those closest to her, like her mother and probably her stepfather, believes she genuinely needs treatment. And that's what I'm saying. She is mentally ill. And if it's left undiagnosed, she will end up full on 100% crazy and in such a delusion that there'll be a hard job trying to bring her back. So the sooner people do stuff, the better. It's as simple as that. Mail Online has also discovered Julia, who also uses surname Faustina, once previously contacted a Polish charity to say she was a German missing schoolgirl and American toddler, which I mentioned earlier. So I'm not lying. That's all I ever get in my comments. Oh, you're making it up and you need to shut up. And it seems look, it's literally going to go on now and confirm what I said about Inga Jerick. She sent officials photos of herself, initially claiming to be Inga Jerick 5, who went missing from Stendal in Germany in 2015 and has not been seen since. Her claims were dismissed as the age gap was 8 years. I mean, that's how desperate Julia was. She then contacted the charity again to say she was Acacia Bishop, who went missing as a 19-month-old in 2003 in Utah and who has not been seen since, but her claims were dismissed. The spokesman for the charity said Julia has messaged us twice to say she is a missing person, once to say she was German and once to say she was American. Neither claim was correct, and we have been helping Julia's family as best we can because it's quite clear she's not very well and is constantly claiming to be people she isn't. Her family just want the best for her and for this to be resolved with her returning to therapy. For Julia's family, she is a much loved daughter, sister, niece, cousin, and granddaughter. They don't understand why she is claiming to be someone else. The Polish Missing Persons charity added, situations like this cause problems because a person who may have suspicions that they may be missing may be afraid to reveal themselves. They may do this so as not to be badly received and treated by people. During her brief appearance at Leicester Magistrates Court under the name Julia Wandelt, it was alleged that she went to the McCann's home at nearby Rothley twice on 2nd of May and the 7th of December, as well as sending WhatsApp messages to Kate and Jerry and Instagram messages to Madeleine's siblings. She is also said to have turned up at the family home between the 3rd of May 2024 and the 15th of February 2025. Wandelt was remanded in custody until the 7th of April when she was standing in the city's Crown Court, which she did, and they've remanded her in custody again until October. So there you have it. The actual parents. What more can I say? Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, blimey, it's absolutely crazy. But it proves my point. So there we go. I think I'm a lot more correct than the Julia Wandelt fans. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be more than happy to read them, see what you say. But that proves that Julia Wandelt is not Madeleine McCann at all. So thank you for watching. Happy days. Happy days. So until tonight at 7 p.m, Thursday 7 p.m, and Mondays 7 p.m, we're live. So you can join in the chat, have your say. Happy days. I will see you all then. So be wizard, stay wizard. That's the wizard's words.